Making predictions, G1 and G2 ORT. Predicting is a critical reading strategy, as it allows students to use information from the text. For example, titles, headings, and pictures, to anticipate what will happen in the story. Making predictions encourages students to visualize what will come next in the text, based on their prior knowledge. Moreover, it urges students to actively think ahead and ask questions. Making predictions can help students understand the story better, make connections with what they are reading, interact with the text, and it aids in improving reading comprehension. Predicting requires the reader to do two things: use clues provided in the text and illustrations, use what he or she knows from personal experience or knowledge. When readers combine the two, they can make relevant, logical predictions. Making predictions is a reading strategy introduced at the beginning of the ORT lessons. The teacher may want to consider familiarizing the students with the concept by first asking, "What are predictions?" to determine what the students already know. Then proceed to describe it as making a guess about what we think will happen in the story based on the picture. After, advise the students that they will use the picture to make their own prediction about what they think will happen in the story. The teacher should guide the students to answer by providing sentence stems to help elicit a prediction from them. For example, first, for lower level students, the teacher could use the sentence stem, "I think that." Second, for higher level students, the teacher could use the sentence stem, "I predict that because," or "I think the main characters will because." For example, the teacher could say, "I think Chip will find a giant chicken footprint. How about you, student A?" Then annotate a sentence stem or frame to help the students respond. The teacher could annotate, "I think that," or "I predict that because." Solutions for students grappling with the idea of making predictions about a story they have already read. First, teachers may opt to visit another section of the story, for example, the end, and then ask the students to predict what they think will happen. Try to present the students with an open-ended question, one without an obvious answer from the text. Second, teachers may elect to block out areas of the illustration so that the students are forced to focus on a specific area of the picture for their prediction and not rely on what they already know. Third, teachers may also show the students an outside image and ask the students to predict what they think is happening or what will happen to demonstrate understanding of the concept. Making predictions based on another part of the story. Example 1A, the teacher could say, "Where do you think the dinosaur went after the magic key took the children home?" The teacher should annotate sentence stems and frames to help the students respond. For example, "I think," or "I predict because." This approach can help the students grasp the concept of making predictions, as they will have to use personal experience and what they know, instead of relying on what they've already read in the story to make the prediction. Making predictions based on a specific part of the illustration. Example 1B, the teacher could say, "Without looking in your book, what is Chip looking at?" What do you think the children will meet in the adventure? Again, the teacher should annotate sentence stems and frames to help the students respond. For example, I think, or I predict, because. This approach can help the students grasp the concept of making predictions, as they will have to focus on one specific area of the illustration and not rely on what they already know to make their predictions. Let's watch our demonstration video.
Look at the details in the picture. Jojo, what are the children doing?
They are in the ocean.
Yes. What are they doing in the ocean?
They were swimming.
Yes, and what are they wearing, Zerlina?
They're wearing masks.
Masks. And flippers.
Slippers and tanks.
And tanks. What's in the tanks? Jojo, what's in the tanks?
It's air.
Air. Why do they need air, Zerlina?
Because in water there is no air.
And so they need the air to. Good. That's good, Zerlina. They need the air to breathe. Yes.
These fish.
They're
These fish.
yeah.
Funny.
They are funny. Now
Fish are funny.
they are. Jojo, what might the children meet in the water? Let's make a prediction. Let's make a guess. What might they meet?
They might meet the fish and some ocean fish or octopus.
Ah, good guess.
Because like this, they see in the sea or in waters fishes or fish.
Okay. What else might they see? Zerlina. What might the children?
Shark.
Oh, maybe a shark. Good
Like
prediction.
I say in the sea.
Video recap. First, the teacher guides the students to study the illustration and look for clues. Second, the teacher tasks one of the students with making a prediction based on the illustration, using their prior knowledge. Third, the teacher repeats the process with the second student. Summary. Making predictions involves more than just trying to figure out what happens next. As students find evidence to form impressions, they also ask questions, recall facts, reread, skim, infer, draw conclusions, and ultimately comprehend the text more fully. It's important to explain to the students that we can use clues to predict what is going to happen in the story. Stress to the students that it doesn't really matter whether their prediction is correct or not. What's important is that they are paying attention to the clues and thinking about what might happen next. Thank you.